So in my last video, I talked about getting hearing aids and how odd that is and different, a little intimidating. And, old guys don't like to, well, that's just another sign you're getting old. But it's funny when I was talking to them about my hearing aids, I got mine at Costco. One is they're really inexpensive and it's less than a 2 hour drive from where we live, we're the nearest one. And so we just decided to do that. And they were really helpful and good and gracious and nice. But it was interesting. They gave me these hearing aids, and they have a really good policy. They'll replace each one at least once with no questions asked. If you step on it, lose it, whatever. And I suspect I'll be hard on these because I'm hard on everything. And that was nice. And then they talked about repairing it, even after they're out of warranty, how long they'll still replace things at what I thought was a really pretty reasonable price. So all in all, it was really good. But then she said something that really struck me as interesting and reminded me there is such a thing as planned obsolescence. She said, now after 5 years, no matter even if you pay for it, they will not work on these hearing aids. After 5 years, the manufacturer won't do it. Planned obsolescence. They will wear out. Now, I've got an old tractor. I don't even know how old it is. I bought it when it was old, and I've been using it for a while. I like those. My cows live a long time and bear calves for a long time. Lots of things go for a long, long time. But it's not uncommon anymore to run into things that are made that are planned to wear out. There's a shelf life. There's an end date. Time runs out on them. These hearing aids are that way. In 5 years, I'll have to get another set of hearing aids. Now, that's not a big deal, and that's okay. I just thought it was interesting. And then I started thinking about, my body's getting older, and is that kind of planned obsolescence? I mean, I don't have any hair, and I have to have hearing aids. I have glasses so I can see. I can still work, and I can still work. In fact, I can work as hard for a couple of hours as I ever did. It's the 2 weeks recovery that gets me. So really, I don't work like I used to. I can't go out and work all day like I used to. Sure can't work in the heat. Cold bothers me more. Boy, I've got aches and pains and hips and different places, and I've got a lot of little nagging health issues. Nothing serious, but little nagging things. Just irritating. My body's giving out. My body's wearing out. Now, it's got 74 years, and sometimes it's not even the age, it's the mileage in those years. I get that. And then I started thinking, so am I just supposed to just kind of drift out as I get older? And then I realized the one thing that doesn't have planned obsolescence, my life in Jesus. Now you're thinking eternal life. Yeah, you never die. Oh, that's a good point. That's really not where I was going with this. But that is a good point. I'm never going to die. That's true. But while I'm here on this earth, even as my body starts wearing out and even as I have to have hearing aids that are going to not be good in 5 years, my spiritual service is not planned obsolescence. It may look different at times. I may shift from more active ministry to more of a prayer ministry or more of a study ministry. But there's nowhere I can find anywhere about Christians as you get older ceasing to do your partnership ministry with God to bring people into the kingdom. And so while I may not have even the energy for that, and how I do that may look different, as far as I can tell, as long as I have breath within me, my job is to proclaim to a lost world the good news that Jesus Christ died for their sins and God raised him from the dead. So this is Steve Ridgell, glad that, I'm never going to be obsolete.